Are we live?
Live.
Good,
Well,
good. Welcome back to Inside the Ring with the Old Man. It's been a few days since I've been on this podcast. You know, I don't really get too much into the fucking alien talk and the UFO shit, politics shit, but I'm back. How you doing today, old man?
I'm doing good.
First off, I want to talk about this fucking bear.
I was gonna say that was a
Yeah, I want to
deal.
talk. I want to talk about this bear that dragged this man into a. What did he drag him into
into his hibernation cave, or
into the cave for a month.
I mean, he was eating this guy as a snack. The guy had chunks missing out of him.
Yeah, this guy was a fucking corpse. So the article says here, what the hell? It says corpse found in bear den where animal dragged him in to eat for later, I guess. Alexander is said to be suffering from a broken spine and had to drink his own urine to survive in the bear pit. Wow.
Guy, that's fucked up.
Severely wounded man described as a speaking mummy has been rescued from a bear den where the animal had drug him in to eat, according to reports. The man's name is Alexander. He was found by hunting dogs roughly 1 month after he was overpowered by the predator.
Where was this at?
In
What
Russia.
country? In Russia. Okay, there we go.
My question is, how was he able to even survive?
I don't know. Did you see the picture of him? He's got chunks missing out of him, like under his arm. They left him.
He's completely mummified.
He's
I'm watching
right.
the video
He
now.
looks like he's dead. It looks like a corpse that's decaying. Is what it looks like to me.
Why is his skin like that?
He was rotten. I mean, I guess. He was just skin and
like-
bones because he wasn't getting anything to eat. The bear was getting something to eat, but he wasn't. But he's bad. I'm surprised by looking at this guy. He survived.
Where did he find water at?
Well, he drank his urine.
Yeah, but where was he getting the urine
Well,
from?
when he ran out of
got-
urine, he wasn't drinking nothing. Maybe he was drinking the
Wow.
bear's urine. What I don't understand is why the fucking bear even let him live. He was just. I mean, why did he knew the fucking guy was still alive? I guess he wanted live food, something fresh. So he probably just kept him alive. The guy's spine's broke. The guy can't leave. But meanwhile, when the fucking bear wakes up, he's probably waking up from his hibernation, from his stupor, and taking a bite out and go back because he didn't have. Otherwise, if that bear would have tore into him like he was going to sit down and have a full meal like they normally do, the guy would have been devoured and been done. This guy's got like chunks missing out throughout his body.
So this bear was just taking bites out of him?
Just taking enough to just to keep him tied over until he came out in springtime. This is crazy. That fucking bear was pretty smart.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck.
Yeah, what I don't understand
It's
is
like
how he was able to even fight him off.
He wasn't. He stuck there until the bear, until these dogs found him. I guess the dogs found hunters went in after him.
Wow. So I guess he was rushed to the hospital, diagnosed with a broken spine from his fight with the brown bear. He told doctors a large predator had overwhelmed him and overpowered him, but he didn't know it was a bear? What do you mean?
Yeah, he's saying.
How did he not know?
He probably knows. I mean, fuck. Maybe he attacked him from behind, broke his spine, drug him off. He'd probably never seen what hit him. Who knows? He knew what was getting him.
A group of Russian hunters claimed to have found Alexander after their dogs barked and refused to move on. Fucking smart dogs. From a bear den passed in the forests of mountains of Tuva.
Wow, that's a fucked up deal, man.
But his skin, I can't get over.
It looks like he's rotting. I know. I think that's what you're looking at is the bites, and then they probably infected every one of them. It might not even be over for this guy. This guy might be losing limbs and stuff due to the infections. Probably set in. It might be gangrene we're looking at. It's horrible.
The man remembers his first name, but not his age.
Wow. So he was about done. He was about ready. He was
in there for about 1 month. Drinking his urine to survive. A hospital video shows the bearded man opening his blue eyes. Why do they have to put his eye color?
That's the only thing that probably looks fucking decent on his
and
eyes.
Confirming his first name. He was described as having severe injuries and rotting tissue from lying motionless for so long in the den.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
This poor fucker.
But fucking, and this bear, did they hunt him down and fucking kill him? Are they just going to let him
I don't know
now
what
that this
happened to
bear's
the
had a
bear.
taste for it, he might be going out and looking for humans to drag off alive. They got to watch out. The bears, they get, if they get it, something too good, like when you feed them at a campground, they tell you not to because the fuckers will come back and they know what ice chests look like. They bust your windows in your cars. These fuckers are smart. They pick up on that shit right away. This fucker might go out and try to drag somebody else off. Or maybe he has in the past and Maybe they'll find some remains, some skeletal remains of something else, another human that he drug off. That's kind of weird how that fucker he knew what to do. Hibernation's coming up. He says, "Fuck, there's a guy out there sitting on the trail. I'm gonna fucking grab him up and I'm gonna have a snack throughout the winter." It was like he was taking bites out of him. Look at his body; he's got chunks missing everywhere.
Yeah, that guy was in pretty bad fucking shape.
I wonder if he's ever going to heal up. He might, like I said, he might be losing.
He might
limbs.
probably just pass away now in the hospital.
He might. They might not be able to get those infections under control. Poor guy. That's fucked up.
In other news, we got Demetrius Andre, 159 pound, the middleweight. He's fighting Masik Sulikiki. I don't know how to fucking say his name. Again, I mean, I still think that Demetrius Andre should be fighting Canelo or Triple G.
Right.
Or one of the other title holders at middleweight. I don't know why everybody is ducking Demetrius for. I mean, he's a great fighter. He doesn't have a lot of power, but I know he's really technical. He is a counterpuncher. He uses his jab great, and he has speed. Well,
that's probably why. They don't want somebody that's going to give them, they're trying to pick, like they do. They're trying to pick people that suit them best or the easiest opponent they can get as a rule, and without having to forfeit a belt or anything. And they're just... Who knows? But the fight that they're talking about, this Caleb Smith,
Yeah, Caleb Smith. He's supposed to have signed to fight Canelo, right? That fight has got signed,
right? Because Canelo called him out. I heard he called him out, and then Caleb, kicked this last guy's ass, and so he said, "Yeah, it's on." He says that they signed. They just haven't did the, It also is going to depend on the Triple G fight. They said something about depending on how this Triple G Canelo fight comes out, and I don't know what that means.
Yeah, but I don't think the Triple G and Canelo fight is happening next.
That's what it sounded like to me. I just looked at it yesterday. It sounded that way to me, but
Canelo. Yeah, he's not. It doesn't look like he's fighting Triple G next. He's fighting Caleb Smith. In September. I think it's going to be in September. Yeah, Caleb Smith he's really good. I mean, I follow him for a while. Again, he's one of those over the pond champions, but he does have the skills and the power to back it up.
But isn't it? Just when I was saying all these foreign, all these European champions, they come over here and do so well. Except I gotta take that back. Except these guys here lately, like you got what's his name, Billy Joe Saunders.
Billy Joe Saunders, Lomachenko. I mean, these guys are coming over.
Yeah, and these guys are. I think these guys are going to make.
Caleb Smith he's no joke. I mean, the last fight, he ended that guy quick. He's got power.
He does.
I mean, he's 6'3".
I know he's big.
168 pounds. 6'3".
Yeah, and he don't look. You know what? I looked at him. We were talking about that. He doesn't look. He's muscled up. He's got muscles on him too. He looks like he's got a lot of strength, and he must because he's knocking these guys out like nothing.
Yeah. So I guess the fight is not signed with Caleb Smith, but they've narrowed down the options for Canelo to Caleb Smith, Demetrius Andre, who's going to fight this. I believe it's this weekend on DAZN, Triple G or Sergey Kovalev.
Well, I could have swore that Caleb Smith's. Management said yesterday, I was looking at something yesterday, said that we're just waiting to see this outcome of but we're signed. We already told Canelo where it's on. It's in the deal, but we're going to, when the fight's going to take place, depends on the Canelo.
According to Canelo and Canelo's camp, he doesn't want any part of Triple G. He said that's over with already. It's over with. I mean, we drawed. I won.
He doesn't want to do it again.
What more do you want to see?
Canelo that's kind of fucked for Triple G.
Canelo is saying he wants Caleb Smith 1, Kovalev 2, Demetrius Andre 3. In that order.
Well, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, he owes Triple G. I mean, it's not. He owes Triple G. The goddamn. I mean, and they owe it to. I mean, if Triple G said "fuck off," and I'd say, "Hey, man, you gotta respect what his wishes," because he got boned. Yeah, he got boned in those fights. I'm telling you,
Canelo wants to keep moving up and fighting these catch weights. Like if he's gonna fight Sergey Kovalev fights at like 175 or some shit like that.
Yeah, see, I don't like this. What he's doing.
He wants to go in catch weight. Caleb Smith is a super middleweight, 168. So what is Canelo going to 168 to take a belt? Or is he going to make him come down and fight at a catchweight? I don't know what he's
Yeah.
doing. Because
Well,
right now,
who knows?
and then Demetrius Andre is obviously a middleweight 160-pounder, but he's not saying that he wants to fight him first. He's in the talks, but he's not saying, I want Demetrius Andre, which he should. He holds 2 or 3 of the belts.
Right.
Canelo does.
Right.
He should fight to unify
Right.
with Demetrius Andre.
Right.
He's the other champ out there.
Yeah, I mean,
Before Sergey Kovalev. Who the fuck wants to see Canelo
Yeah.
fight Sergey Kovalev?
I don't. I mean, I don't really. I mean, I'll watch the fight, but I don't really think it's going to be.
Caleb Smith would be a good fight
Yeah.
just because of the fact that Caleb Smith's a bad motherfucker.
See, now, you know what? I mark my words. I bet you he doesn't take the fight with Caleb. If it hasn't been signed, I mean, like I thought it was, then he's not going to. If he picks him first, then he's got more balls than I thought he had because, because I don't think that he wants it. I think he wants to take his hardest match as his last one between those guys you just mentioned. So here's the thing, though. But back to Triple G wants to fight Canelo.
Sure, he does. Because who else is there for Triple G to
Right.
fight? Who else
And
do you want to see Triple G
Right.
fight?
And here's the deal. I mean, it's fucked for Triple G, but it's also at the same time you guys say, well, why should Canelo have to fight him again? He did win twice there. I mean, but it's fucked up is what I'm saying. It's fucked up because I think Triple G got boned. It's stupid that this is where boxing fucking politics really fucks everything up. And for the fighters themselves, now Canelo wants to do his thing and move up on it if I was
Canelo has all these fights with the zone
Right.
that he's got to work out of his contract. So I don't think he wants to sit there
Right.
fighting for belts. He just wants to pick and choose good
Right.
fights that are going to
Right.
bring in money.
Right.
Sergey Kovalev, he was good. He's washed up. Caleb Smith, he's a good fighter, big fighter, but I think probably Canelo works him to the body, chops that guy down. Even if it goes to decision, he'll probably win on the decision. I don't know if Caleb will knock him out.
Well, he should be able to. He's got the power.
Demetrius Andre, again, great boxer. I think he'll do really well through 6, 7, 8 rounds with Canelo, and then I think Canelo tags him and Andre goes down. I don't know how good of a chin Demetrius has.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Again, it's like you see when Canelo got in there with a real technical fight like Mayweather, he didn't fare well. He had a hard time. He was
and that's what Demetrius said. He's like, I'll keep Canelo off with my jab all night. He will not.
And I think he can. Canelo has it. If Canelo can't get set, he has a hard time getting you. He has a hard time figuring fighters out in the beginning rounds. It's like Cotto just out fucking boxed him completely in their fight. Cotto's
but he doesn't have any power.
He doesn't. I mean, he used to. He doesn't anymore, and it showed in that fight. But if you scored it on punch count and technique, Cotto won that fight. You got to give the harder punches to Canelo. But I'm looking at it, who scored more, who was more technically, they look better technically. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, but the judges are never going to go for that. They're going to go for who's landing the bigger power shots. And
They don't.
As of late, that's what.
Well, when Ali used to fight, it wasn't that way.
Yeah, but it's not Ali's time anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, that people, the
last person to do that really well was Mayweather.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. But Mayweather was the favorite; he was the champ, and this is what happens. Whether it's just by, politics, and that these guys, the refs, the judges, everybody, even the unofficial ringside, scorekeepers are always paying the favorite, favoritism. It looks like, and for whatever reason, it could be influenced by money, could just be influenced by, just the fighter himself. But it's unfortunately it's fucked up when you're really trying to when you score a fight, or score anything, you have to be, as an official, you have to use your unbiased, judgment, and that's how it should go. And I see a lot of these guys are swayed by something. These officials, they are. It's a fact. It's fucked up. It really is. But you just know going in there, you're going to have to fucking smash him to the ground to beat him when you go in there against a guy like Canelo. You're going to have to put him down. You're going to have to, if you don't knock him out, you're going to have to fucking put him down and he get up and whatever. But you're going to have to beat him up real fucking bad to get a decision. You know that. It's like pulling teeth to get the win. So, and that's unfortunate. And that's what these guys are looking at when they're coming in there against the guy Canelo, because he's the favorite, and believe me, he's a protected champion.
I don't think anybody's going to get a decision over Canelo.
Yeah, it doesn't look that way. It shouldn't be that way, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. That's the part of the sport that fucking pisses me off. It would have
to have somebody who actually knocks Canelo down. Right. He's been hit with some good shots, and
he's got a pretty good chin.
He's got a good chin.
Yeah, he's got a good chin.
The only fighter that's going to really beat him is going to be a fighter that's going to do what Mayweather did and make him look silly, make him slip a lot,
or somebody that the power that he's never felt before. And this tall guy, Caleb, got a lot of power, and he could do it. If he could hit Canelo, he could knock him out. Because I believe anybody gets hit hard enough, anybody, even I don't care how good your chin is, you will go down if you get the right shot. I don't care who you are. He just might not have had the right shot put on him yet. Maybe Caleb could put it on him. But again, I think he's more likely to lose against a guy like Demetrius, like you said, because he's more of a, he's got this style more like a Mayweather. He got that jab. You got a jab and you can move and you're quick. That seems to fuck Canelo up. It seems to, work against him. Now, Cotto was working his jab real good against Canelo, and here he is. He's not fast anymore, a lot of strength. But so now let's get Demetrius up, which is faster, and he can move. We'll see what happens. Well, but you also said Amir Khan's a great fucking boxer.
Yeah, but he doesn't have.
But look how long it took him to get. I mean, what round was it when he finally blasted?
4.
Yeah, when he finally. But it was like fucking. He starts getting what's his name? What's his name? The guy he knocked out. I thought he killed him. We're just talking about him.
Who?
The guy we just talked about, he knocked him out. What's his name?
Who, Amir Khan?
Amir Khan, his boxing style is great, but then he starts getting a little too comfortable, and he has a glass jaw. We know he does. But he's a great boxer. He's got super fast hands.
Fastest hands in boxing.
But he cannot afford to get hit at all, because when they hit him, he's got that button that sends his fucking lights out. I mean, he puts him in. It puts him out so bad he's fucking... It looks like he's dying. He looks like he's just fucking died, He goes into a seizure fucking fit just about. It's sad. It's hard to watch, man, when he gets hit.
Yeah, it's really hard to watch with that guy. I mean, I
love it. I do too. He got a lot of balls. He got a lot of fucking guys. He got a lot of balls. I know that. A lot of heart, man.
A lot of heart.
I mean, fuck it,
And then I hate to keep bringing this up, but everywhere that I go on the internet, it keeps popping up and popping up. Dana White is still talking about getting the fight with Tom Cruise and Justin Bieber.
Is he still talking about that? Really? I mean, why? Do you think that Tom Cruise is good at his age is going to want to go out there?
Dana White is saying that it would be the biggest.
It would be the biggest fucking joke. Let's put it this way: it would probably be about as easy to make that kind of money, for Tom Cruise or Bieber, as that they make in one of their for an album or for a movie that Tom makes. But Tom can make that kind of money, makes $25 million, I guess, a picture or something like that. He doesn't need the fucking money, and he surely doesn't need that kind of thing. But if he does it, if these guys to take that, if he gets that fight lined up, okay. First of all, it's going to be a fucking joke, okay? And this is what I believe. I believe that they would talk about it first, and it will be like, oh, we're going to do this one, and it'll be a fake fight. I don't even think there's no way these guys. First of all, if Tom's still making any movies at all, I don't think the studios are going to want him to go out there and fuck himself up, because if he's under contract, I don't know if he is or not, but. And same thing for Bieber. I mean, these guys are not going to really get fucking hurt. I mean, you really buy that they're going to get into a really good fight? I mean, come on. Now, if it was somebody like, let's say if it was an old washed up fucking actor that isn't working, and he's hungry, then okay, maybe he would get out there, try to make a go of it. But I think this would be the biggest fucking joke. Two super rich guys, one entertainer, singer, songwriter, entertainer, the other guy, an actor, fucking whatever else, director. I don't know what else he does. I don't think this is. It's Dana White is fucking. If he, let me tell you what. If Dana gets this thing lined up, well, then that motherfucker, I'm going to say Dana White is the best fucking salesman, promoter I've ever seen. Better than Don King. The best. Because if he gets people to pay for that joke of a fight, then that fucker is better than I thought he was at selling something. And I won't pay for it. Fuck no, I'll walk out and just like I did on fucking McGregor and fucking Mayweather. That was a fucking joke. That wasn't a real fight. That was a disgrace to both fucking people, and it was a fucking an insult to the fans. It really was. It was a joke. But boy, we made them more rich than they already are. Fucking crazy. Yeah, that if let me tell you right now, if Dana's going to set up a fight between Justin and somebody, or get him to fight a regular Joe Blow, because you know that Joe Blow is going to go in there and knock you through, and I guarantee they wouldn't do that. I mean,
Justin said that he was just joking about the whole thing, and then
it got a lot of attention.
Yeah, after it got so much attention, Dana White started going on record and making these videos and shit, saying that I guess reached out to Justin and said, "Hey, if we can make this fight happen, would you do it?" And I guess Justin said, "Well, fuck, if you can make it happen, sure, let's go for it."
Yeah, right. It's money. I mean, it's easy money because they're not going to hurt each other. They might get. I mean, fuck. Man, I would go in there against Mike Tyson for fucking $1 million. Fuck it,
Mike Tyson now.
Yeah, now and then. You're gonna get killed, but fucking name. I mean, if I just show up, and get hit, I'm a fuck. Thing is, you might get hit, you might not be able to you might not be around to spend that fucking money. Fuck yeah, you got to be careful. When professional hit you in the right spot, your lights might not come back on, turn you off for good. But I mean, Jesus Christ, though. But who wouldn't? I mean, anybody that needs money, or anybody that these guys don't need money. I mean, fuck, I don't.
I mean, I guess. I mean, if you're gonna pay me, if I'm already like these guys and I'm sitting well and financially stable like these guys, obviously
there's no reason to show your balls and try to man up. It really is.
But I think if I was in that position, let's say I'm worth $100 million. I don't know how much they're fucking worth, but if I'm worth $100 million and they say I'll give you $20 million to fight Tom Cruise in a fucking exhibition fight, sure, why not?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
And easy $20 million.
But if it was going to be a real fight, here's the thing: they're two entertainers fighting. It'd be different if they were saying, "Hey, Tom, come in there and fight McGregor, or come in and fight Mayweather." That'd be different. They wouldn't do it. But you're asking them to come in and fight Justin Bieber, which I think is about half a chick, anyways, half a fag, anyways. I don't know. Somebody says he's a chick, but anyway, I'm just saying this is like it would be a fucking joke. I mean, it really would be.
How about this poor bastard Steven Adler?
Yeah,
stabbing himself in the
What's
stomach.
going on with this poor boy? I mean, Guns N' Roses.
I think he's back on the H.
He's probably back doing something. He's got a fucking problem. He's probably. I don't know. Maybe he's doing. I mean, I don't know. He's probably doing something else. He's probably doing a little bit something else in there. These motherfuckers are speedballing this shit. They're doing fucking blast. They're doing crank, and they're doing fucking our meth with heroin now. They're doing coke and heroin. And that combination is not. They're fucked up by themselves, the drugs. But god dang, putting them together, I'm up, I'm down, and pretty soon you don't.
His people are saying that it wasn't an attempted suicide; that it was just an accident.
How do you accidentally stab? How many times did he accidentally stab himself?
I don't know. The rep says would not specify what caused.
I thought there was a couple spots he stabbed himself or something.
The article says the rep would not specify what caused the accident, except to describe it was very minor and superficial wound.
Oh, okay, well maybe he's a cutter. Maybe he's
but in the stomach though.
But I mean, the way they make it sound stabbed.
He still plans to perform July 12th at a gig in Vegas.
Okay, well, it's probably a little slice. It's not like when I hear stab, that means the fucking blade is in your belly at least 3-4 inches. That's a stab. A slice, little fucking superficial, tear on the skin or the flesh. That's not a stab. That's a fucking cut. There's a difference between a cut and a stabbing. A stab is like, they actually put a fork in you.
To promote his show. Maybe he didn't sell enough
tickets. There you go.
Probably didn't sell any tickets.
Is he still in the band with Slash? Are they still together doing that? They're in some other band. They were in a band together.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I thought they were a few years ago anyways. But he has a show in Vegas, huh? When?
Yeah, he's got it on the 12th of July.
Well, maybe, yeah. Where at?
Yeah, it doesn't say. Maybe I have to look it up.
Probably just some dive. Maybe he's playing a lounge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it doesn't sound like he was too hurt. And it was a fucking accident.
See, but Steven Adler stabbed himself in the stomach. He fucking had an accident. Maybe he was fucking, maybe he was cutting up chicken or something to barbecue. What the fuck? Maybe they're making a big deal about it. I don't know. But they just were trying to say, I think what they know, Steven Adler's fucked up. He's all spun out and dope again. He's trying to kill himself. That's what they're trying to. I think that's what they're trying to imply, But
yeah, I think so.
it's just probably no news. And if he did it for publicity, who gives a fuck? He didn't. It's not life threatening, and move on. Fuck it. He got. If it was for publicity, well, he got it. Got my attention, your attention for a couple of minutes. But anyway, it's no big deal.
Yeah. Going back to boxing, last week I seen Jermell Charlo just completely destroy.
Yeah. But that guy, he just was.
But I mean, here's the thing. Like, I still think that both Charlo brothers are some of the most dodged fighters in that super welterweight, super welterweight and middleweight class.
Yeah, they need. I mean, they're not getting.
Why isn't Canelo talking about fighting those guys?
See, that's what I'm saying.
He doesn't want any part of those. He's picking. Boys.
I mean, they're fucking, and they're letting this shit happen. I mean, fuck this shit. Somebody needs to step up there. These other fighters that deserve a shot like Charlotte, they need to step up there and they need to fucking make some noise, man. And the fans need to fucking let it be known. I mean, we got to do something. And I tell you right now, if you don't pay for these fucking fights that these fighters are picking for themselves, or their management's picking for themselves, or their promotions picking for them, or letting them pick, or whatever, don't buy the tickets. Don't show up at the fights. And I guarantee you, they'll stop doing this shit. It's because we're paying the price for these tickets, and we're paying for the show. They'll keep lining them up. As long as they keep fucking making that money, they'll keep lining them up, and we'll keep knocking them down for them. Fuck it, that's bullshit. So if we stop, and we're gonna have to stop. I know I like to watch fights. I hate to miss any of them, but you know what? It's getting to be so fucking goddamn ridiculous that it's just. To me, it pisses me off. I feel like I've been fucking fucked in the ass every time I see a fight that we shouldn't have seen because somebody else deserved the shot, or the person's dodging and ducking. It's bullshit. We're the ones that got these people where they're at by spending this fucking ungodly amount of money on their tickets and stuff. The least they can do is be fair about who they're fighting and give these people like the Charlos their shot. And then Charlo's got to remember, when they get on top, they better give the guys coming up under their shot. That's the way it should be. Jack Dempsey used to fight fucking everybody that lined up in front of him. So did the guys. I love the guys back in the 30s, 40s, 50s. These motherfuckers would fight.
Those guys were fighting 100 rounds.
Well, yeah, they went like I remember they would fight outside in the sun in the fucking heat. I think Dempsey one time fought. It was 116, almost. It was really hot outside in the sun, and it was like went 50 some fucking rounds, I think, but they were 1 minute rounds. But they went 57 rounds or some shit before he knocked the guy out. It's ridiculous. It was out of hand. But but like Rocky Marciano, he'd fight anybody to put in front of him. So did Joe Louis, and so did all these guys. They'd fight anybody. And, anybody that was anybody that was a contender, claimed to be the best, they would line it up and do it. And and if it didn't work out right the first time for them, they would line up and fight again because people wanted to see it because there were these fucking watch fights with Marky Marciano and Joe Louis. Fuck, these guys are just almost down. Marciano was almost down one time in one of the fights, and then Louis knocked. I mean, they were just fucking pounding. These guys today could not handle that kind of punishment. They're not as tough. These guys are nowhere. This is what I've been saying about, especially in the heavyweight division. These guys are big guys, but they're not tough guys like in the old days. Now, this guy, Andy Ruiz, I don't know. He looks tough. He doesn't look tough, but man, he seems to be tough. He must be, because if you look at his size comparison to the guys he's fighting right now. Again, they say he's 6'2". I have a hard time believing he's 6'2".
Guy's like 5'9".
He doesn't look very tall at all, does he? You see him. He was standing in the ring with the ring announcer. What's his name? And he looked shorter than the ring announcer. And then when Joshua stood next to him at the end of the fight, that fucker's a foot taller than him. I'm like, Jesus. I know he's 6'7".
Yeah, 6'6", something like that.
But God mighty. He looked like he just came up to his fucking chest, like to his shoulder. He was towering over him, and it's crazy to see it. And then he's at a disadvantage. I was really surprised how he fought the fight. He's a fighter. Naturally, he was fighting from the outside too, and he was able to be effective with his jab to the body and to the head. And he kind of would lunge at times, but he did it I don't know how he did 74-inch reach, probably 72-inch reach, realistically. He was able to get in there. I don't know why Joshua just didn't keep that jab in his face, line him up with the jab, and come up. All Joshua had to do is do the old 1-2, 1-2. boom, boom, one, 1, 2, then 3, with a couple of jabs right in a row, and then with an overhand right, that would have worked all day long because it was there. That shot was there for the taking, but Joshua didn't take advantage of it. And I was really surprised why he wasn't. And I think he might have been afraid because it seemed like every time he started to get a shot off, Reese, that was when he would move. He would get it busy. And then it was, and Reese is the type of guy, you notice every time he got hit with a good shot, it motivates him to fucking throw more. Yeah, it's kind of almost
like a street fight.
Yeah, it's almost like, yeah. It almost looks like, well, you can't, in real life, in the Rocky movies, you could do that. I'm mad now, and I'm gonna put you in the ropes. I'm gonna throw you in the ropes. I'm gonna pound your gut like Rocky. That doesn't happen in the real world.
I mean,
it doesn't happen. But he fights like that. You make him mad, he comes back with something, of his own.
Andy's a real experienced fighter. He's had a lot of amateur fights. He's fought 30 fights already. Some fights here as a pro. A lot of experience,
right?
But technically, he still lets the emotions get the best of him.
Yeah, I can see it. But you know what? What's weird? He's fortunately, when he does that, he gets hit and it's like he wants to respond. Instead of just kind of he responds. It seems to be working for him right now. But that's just why. And the reason why it's working for him, my belief, is because the caliber fighters he's fighting, they're not that good. They're not picking up on that. Joshua Shirley. There was a bunch of times that I looked, I go, man, he could come right over the top with that fucking overhand right, and he would fucking blast Ruiz, and he didn't use it. Joshua did not use it, and it was like, what the fuck? And his jab, then when he did do good, and he put, Ruiz on the canvas, he didn't, then Ruiz came back and boom, and then he got lit up, and he was down in that third round. And it was like, that was it it didn't seem like he was putting anything together with the dam after that. Joshua was either hurt, still dazed from that third round, but that it took it all out of him. It was like he couldn't remember how to use his jab after that well, and it was just, I don't know, really weird. But Ruiz, I mean, he's able to capitalize on that. He was able to get up and then come back and take advantage of his temper. It was like, I'm going to show you, and he did, and it worked out well for him. But that usually doesn't work. When you get mad and frustrated, that's when the other guy can pick you apart if you're not thinking and you're angry and you're fighting that anger, because then your technique goes. But I think with Ruiz, what happens, even when he's mad, because he has the experience, like you said, all those amateur fights, I think even when he's mad, he's still going through the boxing motion. He's still doing what he has to do. He keeps his hands up on his face. He knows if he didn't carry his hands the way he does, he would really be. He has a tendency to drop a little bit, but he'll put when he walks up to the taller fighter, he's got both gloves up by each side of his head, and they're covering. And that's about the best thing to do. And then the guy looks to be out of shape. He's real fucking flexible to waist. That guy's winging around. He's dipping and bobbing, and that makes you tired too. So when like I said, I think last week I said I never disagree with Teddy Atlas when he makes a prediction or when he says something about a fighter, and I said I never disagree with him. Well, I didn't know Teddy Atlas was saying that Joshua should have went to Ruiz's body because he was out of shape, and he would eventually chop him down because he was out of shape. He may look out of shape there, Teddy, but I know guys like that. They look like out of shape, but you can hit them in fucking big beer belly, and you can hit it. These fuckers can take it. And just because they got a layer of fat around it doesn't mean they're out of shape.
Yeah, his endurance
not everybody.
His endurance was
his
good.
His endurance is on the mark. I mean, it's right there. I mean,
he's just not there fucking pumping iron.
He's not pumping iron. And you know what? If he did, it probably be going.
I think Joshua was pumping too much iron.
Which iron? Yeah,
because he gets gassed fast.
Yeah, the more muscle your body carries, the more oxygen your body needs to keep going, and that's a fact. You got more blood flow that needs oxygen in it. In those muscles, and it's good. It's good for power, but it's not good for stamina. It's not, and everybody knows that. But Ruiz doesn't seem like he has that plain look on his face. Like he's real calm. He stands in the ring with both hands down when he's waiting for the bell to ring. Then as soon as the bell rings, boom! His gloves come up to his face, and he's all business. And this guy, he bends and he gets out of the way. I mean, and you would think, as a rule, as tall as Joshua was, in guys like Wilder, that they'll just line him up with that good jab and boom, and plant him. But the fucker has a chin. We see he has a chin. Even when he was knocked down, he was clear-eyed. I mean, he got back up. He wasn't staggered. He got back up. It was a flash knockdown. I mean, it was a good shot. Don't get me wrong. It was a good shot right on the button. And he just sat there, and when he waited till like 7-8 before he stepped all the way up. Smart thing to do. Take what you need. And then he gets up and he was ready to go again. And he took a couple more good shots. Joshua tried to put him away. He came back with a couple of shots. And I go, damn, he going to be able to take that much longer. And then he delivered his shot that fucked Joshua up. And then it was all downhill from there,
I guess reports came out for Keith Thurman, what his game plan is for Manny Pacquiao. And he says that he plans on staying in the middle of the ring and standing, holding his ground with Manny Pacquiao.
Okay, well, what
do you think about that?
That's fine.
Good game plan to just stand in the middle of the ring and try to duke it out with Manny Pacquiao?
He doesn't really have anything else he can do. He can't box as well as Manny, so how could he? So he ain't going to outbox him. You might as well go for the knockout. I say, yeah, that's the game plan, because he's not going to be able to outbox Manny. Manny will come in there, stick. So if he stands in the middle of the ring, and if Manny stands there, then Thurman can play that. He can put that glove on and put him out. We know Manny's capable of being knocked out. We know that now. If he gets,
I think that if Thurman tries to stay in the middle of the ring with Manny, Manny's going to come in 1, 2, 3, move to the side, and
right.
It'll just
he will. He bobs in. He's got fucking great
It'll
calves.
turn into
the fight will get away from
Thurman trying to stalk Manny down, and Manny's just hitting and moving.
But I think the strategy of him standing and trying to fight, because I think your only chances of winning against Manny is to knock him out, because I don't think you're going to outbox him. I know you're not. Not unless Manny is not on his game that day and he forgets what he's learned all these past 40 years, but I don't think that's going to happen. He looks pretty fucking sharp. I think that his only chance is to stand there and bang and try to put him out, if he can, because I don't think Thurman can beat Manny in a boxing match. There's no fucking way. No fucking way. Not many guys could, not except guys like Mayweather. Manny has got that weird thing, he comes in and he goes bang bang and he gets out of the way, bang bang and he's out of the way. I always thought that was really cool about him. It feels like he'll just kind of, he reminds me of a buoy in the water. He's kind of binging around there, and then he pops in and he hits you a couple times, then he gets out of the way. And so nobody can really time him. That was the problem fighting a guy like Manny. He was hard to time, but Marcus timed him.
Yeah, he walked into that shot.
Yeah, he did.
He walked into that shot. Not too many guys are going to put Manny down. The legs on that guy, his calves.
They're like little hammers.
His calves are bigger than most people's fucking.
That's all he's such a little guy, but he's got big fucking calves, man.
Yeah.
And that's what holds up the house, man. So if you got a good foundation, it helps. He's always, it's the way he when he bounces, he's up and down, and he's on his on the balls of his feet, up and down, and that's building that calf too. They're fucking little hammers. They're little sledgehammers. His back of his calves. Yeah. It's like how he's long his inner knee. It fucking hit big muscles. How long he had on his legs. Fucking over. Everywhere else is pretty good, but it's just this like a muscle on top of a muscle on top of a muscle. But it's kind of weird just to have one part of your body developed like that.
Yeah. And the last one that I've got here is and I called this already about a week or two ago when we were talking about this topic. Paulie Malignaggi got his fucking ass whooped
bare knuckle
in bare knuckle fights.
Yeah. But see, it's a whole different thing, guys. That's what I'm saying.
His ass
it's
whooped.
like why Kimbo did real good on the street, right? But Kimbo didn't do where the fuck in the ring.
Paulie was talking all that shit.
Yeah.
And he came out and he got his ass whooped.
Yeah,
I don't even know who that guy was. That he fought.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the guy was a champ. Some kickboxing champ at one time or the other, something like that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just this guy had more experience than it. Bare knuckle. I think when Paulie started feeling the stings, when you got gloves on, it's a whole different thing. I think, again, I'll say I've seen people get knocked out. I think people have a bit more of a chance of being knocked out when you're wearing gloves than not wearing gloves. But the pain it's more painful to get hit by a solid fucking fist in your face, and it stings. And then the cut starts. And then if you got the cut with the stinging going, it starts. Some guys, they see their blood, and then it's like their energy's leaving them. It takes it out of them. Pretty soon they slow down, and then pretty soon they're thinking, man, what's going on? My face feels different. I mean, it's stinging. It's fucking burning, And that's what it feels like. When you get hit, and especially when you get a cut, it starts burning and stinging. And then as the fight goes on, and when the bare knucks keep coming, it starts stinging and burning more. And pretty soon you don't know how. If you see a couple drops of blood, you're assuming you're fucking hamburger meat because it feels like it is. It just gets to where then you start getting numb. Then it gets numb, and you feel you're getting puffy. Then you're thinking, I'm fucked. So that's what I'm thinking. What's happening with these guys with gloves? They know. They got that experience, but when they go out there and they're fighting without them, it's like it's a whole different fucking deal. It's a whole fucking different deal. It feels different, hurts more. It's a fact, And the fight, and it's amazing how they'll stick going on. You hear this, psh, psh, and then, but they keep fighting, and they take some abuse. They take some abuse. And after those fights, you watch them. They'll be all bruised up. They'll be really bruised up, really bad. They'll have black eyes, black and bruised cheeks, and their whole fucking face will really be sore everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think he was ready for that. You can't get ready for that.
And I don't know
without doing it.
I don't know if it's just a balls thing with this guy or a mentality or a heart thing, but I don't know why Paulie needs to even do that.
Yes, he has enough money, right?
He's got to, and he's got that great gig. He's a commentator. He's a great.
Is it a full-time gig now for him?
I don't know what network he's on. I know he's a.
And he's a good commentator. I like him.
Great commentator.
I like him. I like what he's. I think he's fair.
Yeah, he's fair, and he'll tell it like it is.
I think Paulie's just got he's one of these guys that has a hard time putting his gloves down. He's like, no, man. He's like, man, because he's probably he was a decent fighter, decent boxer, but he never got that, he never could get in there and actually take care of
the top of the top.
Yeah, he would get there right there, and then he would get. And then
I think he had his belts he took them because they were like the vacant belts at the time.
Yeah,
and then he'd hold it one time and then lose, and then get another vacant belt.
Yeah, he was good enough to bob back in and out.
He was a great boxer. He just had no fucking power.
He had no power, and then But he would stay in there, and the fights would just get away from him, But he's a guy that he doesn't want to.
I thought he beat one of his later fights, actually, after he was losing a bunch. I thought he actually did really well against Adrian Broner. I thought he won that.
Yeah, I know. I thought he did too. I thought that was I thought that was fucked.
I thought he got robbed.
I think he got robbed. And there's speaking of Broner, what the fuck? This guy
needs to either win or
shut the fuck up.
He needs to win or fucking hang it up. I mean,
here's a guy that was telling us
lost his last three fights.
He's here, but according to him, he's as great as Mayweather.
Yeah, right.
Fucking. Well, he
hasn't.
I don't know if he was.
I
don't know if he was trying to convince himself of that or us of that. But it doesn't matter. I mean, this guy's.
He lost to Maidana. He lost to Mikey Garcia. Yeah, he drawed with Jesse Vargas. I mean, Jesse Vargas is a good fighter, but I mean, if you're supposed to be the best of the best, you should be putting these guys away.
All of those guys away. Yeah. You should have put them all away. He should have. I mean, his claims he's made. I mean, he started real good, but now he just can't. Longer fight goes on, the more it runs away from him. He doesn't seem to. He doesn't know how to win anymore.
He tried to take too much of that Mayweather fighting off the back shoulder counter punching, but he's not producing any offense.
Yeah,
he doesn't throw. He's got fast hands with the counter, but he just doesn't throw enough to.
Yeah, then the fight, and then people just keep working, and he stops. He just does it,
and then he'll come out in the 11th and 12th round and try to win it. And it's over with.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he talks way too fucking much about how good he is, dude. It's time that you need to shut up and you beat somebody. But I don't know if he's even a viable fighter anymore right now. I mean, I don't think nobody really. Who would get now? Look, I think he would be a guy that any one of these guys we're talking about will use for a tune-up now, because I think they're a couple of them comfortable enough knowing that they could probably beat him because look at he's on a. I mean, he showed me less and less and less in each of these last fights, and it's been 3 or 4 fights he's lost. It's 4, isn't it?
Yeah, something
4.
Like something. It's like or 3 in a draw or something like that.
But I mean, god dang, man, Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. Is he going to get in another fight with anybody?
Yeah, I mean, he's not even worthy of it. He's not even worthy of it.
And then they were also talking about Crawford and Spence.
Yeah, but that Crawford was saying that fight's probably not going to happen for at least 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but see, I don't know.
Just the way
That's a fight.
Out. I mean, that's a fight that everybody would want to see right now. But from a business standpoint, those guys have 2, 3, 4 other potential fights that they could fight, collect some paychecks before they need to do that.
Right.
Those guys don't need to do that. I mean, even though we'd love to see it, they've both gone on record saying that they'd love to fight each other. But I mean, at the end of the day, they can make.
Well, I thought Spence after he beat Mikey, I thought that he was going Crawford. I'm going to go Crawford. He was saying
but it's something with the promotional companies. One of them's Top Rank, doesn't work. Bob Arum doesn't work with somebody, and someone doesn't work with the other one. It'd just be really hard. Like to make that fight, it'd have to be a super mega fight, which it would be. But I mean, why not give those guys 2 or 3 more fights and build them up more, and then if the 2 promotional companies are gonna cross paths, do it at that time. Doing it right now is just too premature.
What's that young coach, the trainer that with Tyson Fury?
It's just his buddy.
It's a young guy. He's
26.
kind of helped him out with
26. He helped him out with all
but
the depression.
he's also he went in and I guess he helped Billy Joe Saunders in his last
Billy
fight.
Joe Saunders is trainer now as well.
Yeah.
He's a good trainer. He knows his shit.
Yeah, young dude though.
Young guy, 26.
I wonder where he got all his fucking experience from. Was
he's just a student of the game. He said, student of the game.
I mean, but family.
Like I said, student of the game.
Yeah, that's a young student of the game, and really, you those guys don't get fighters.
Well, it was his buddy. It's his buddy.
Yeah, but I know. But it's his buddy. But at the same time,
that's why he's got a fucking top-notch fighter. Because if he was never Tyson Fury's friend,
this was the first time he ever had a shot at training anybody.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is his first guy ever.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So Tyson, he's just basically hung around the gym and watched guys. And now he's just mimicking.
Yeah,
stuff.
he's Tyson Fury's buddy. And when Tyson Fury was going through all that bullshit, suicide.
Yeah, that's what I heard. He helped him more along with the mental shit.
He helped him get back into the gym, helped him lose the weight, off the dope, off the booze, and. Yeah, but
seemed to work.
Now he picked up.
What I have noticed about Ruiz though, every time I fucking look, get on the phone here or get on my computer, fucking Ruiz is popping up. He's
everywhere.
He's everywhere right now. I mean, he's fucking everywhere. Mexico president.
It's gonna be. He
needs to fucking get.
He's been on.
I'm starting to worry about it.
They were talking a month-long celebration.
Yeah, but I've seen. There was an interview. Some guy on YouTube yesterday I was watching. Interviewed Robles, his Ruiz's trainer and coach, and went out to his gym. It's what is it? What's the name of his gym? Anyways, he went up to talk to him and everything. He says, Ruiz was about ready to give it up because he wasn't getting the fights he wanted, and he didn't have the right management, and he didn't have the right promoter, and all this stuff. He was just about ready to hang up the gloves, stating that I'm not going to. So. What's his name? Robles, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. Said to him, he said, "You know what, man? This is what he said. He says, man, don't hang it up, man." I just had a dream, man. I woke up the other night, man. I had a dream about you that you fought Joshua. This is what he says. He goes, "You can ask Ruiz too." He says, "I woke up and I had this dream that you had a fight, and it was with Joshua. And the only difference in my dream and that what really happened was that you knocked him out in the first round instead of the 7th. But that was basically it." He goes, "Just hang in there." He goes, "I think you're going to get the break." And then he goes, "Sure enough, we got that break, that phone call because what's his name was dirty." Tested for Big Baby was tested dirty, so he got that shot. He goes, it was just by chance. He said Ruiz was going to hang up boxing. He said because it just wasn't getting the fights. He didn't think he was going to get a good shot at anything. He was about ready to step out, and I'm really surprised that the guy was going to dip out. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
I get because he's still young, and that's the reason I'm surprised because. It's like, damn you, man! You're young and everything. I think it's because he had been fighting so long.
Yeah, I mean, that kid started fighting when he was 6.
Yeah, so to him, it's been forever and a day, and I'm not getting the shot. But really, it hasn't. If in the scheme of things, he hasn't been. He had 28 wins as professional, but he had 100 some fucking fights amateur. That's a lot of fucking fights, man. Usually those guys come up from Mexico have that, but before they even, professional fights, some motherfuckers will have 125 fucking fights under their belt.
Yep.
It's crazy. But anyways, I don't know.
That's all I got for today.
That's
man.
all you got.
That's
Well,
all
we're
I
gonna
got.
have to hang this one up, and this is a Friday, so we're gonna look for us on Monday. Got some shit happening. I ain't gonna tell you what it is. You just have to tune in and check it out. Don't remember to push that subscribe button. And what else you got? I thought we had something else today. We talked about the bear. We got the bear out in the way. Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
that's it.
Let's hang it up. You guys look for us again come Monday, and we'll have some good shit scheduled for you. All right. Peace out.